Good morning, everyone. I must say it is truly wonderful to be part of such a creative crowd who are full of energy, full of excitement for the future of our country, of our businesses in the country, and growing entrepreneurship, in a country that needs it more than most. So thank you all for allowing me to share what knowledge I do have of AI. And I just want to check, are any of you people in the room one of those early morning swimmers in winter to get yourself refreshed and invigorated and ready for the day? Just put your hand up. No one.
I have a cold shower. Does that count?
Yeah, that kind of counts. It's kind of there. But I must say I started it, and it certainly has had a great impact on my life. So I highly recommend it to all of you. Anyway, putting that aside, let's have a look at AI. There's a lot that's been said about it over the last 2 years. I think it started about 2 years ago, and it has changed the lives of many. And I must say, I'm also a Gen X guy. In fact, I'm almost a baby boomer kind of guy. So it's nice to know that I'm not the oldest guy in the room. Thank you, Guy. Thank you, Fred. It's good to have you guys supporting me. But going back to old school, I remember back when I was younger, starting my business. And if I needed information on anything technical or anything business orientated, I'd literally have to catch a bus to the main library, go find a few books on that topic, take the books out, read through, copy down paragraphs that I needed, and then get back home. And it would be like a whole day event, just trying to get a little bit of information on something that I needed to help me grow my business. And today you can literally do it in under 1 minute. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable how the world has changed. And I think being an entrepreneur in today's time is a hell of a lot easier than it was back in the day. So to all those guys coming up, you're in a good space to grow business. This is the right time. It's never been better. So moving on swiftly, let's open up the presentation, share my screen. Can everyone see that?
Yes, we can.
Okay, let's start. Okay, let me just move this down here. Sorry, I just want to minimize something. Okay, cool. All right, so these are lessons that I've learned. I've never really been a good scholar. In fact, the only reason I had to get into my own business is because I couldn't ever work for anyone, because school wasn't my favorite place. So the thing that I really love about AI is that you can literally teach yourself through AI, because you can ask the questions that you want to ask. It's not someone telling you what to do, which I really love about it, and it's really helped me a lot. So let's distinguish, first of all, the difference between AI and Chat GPT, because Chat GPT is obviously just an app that is created in the AI open space, and it is very useful for business owners and entrepreneurs. So yeah, you all know who I am. Thank you, Romany, for introducing me. AI is a broad field of computer science focused on creating systems capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, and problem solving. They use this in various fields, from machine learning, robotics, language processing, computer vision, which is used for self-driving cars, facial recognition in the security sector, healthcare, crop monitoring, quality control, predictive maintenance in factories, and obviously gaming. So it's got a very broad spread in industries across the world, and it is helping accelerate industry more than ever before. So AI is the kind of umbrella, and Chat GPT, which is what I'm going to be talking about today, is an app that was created within that space. And that is an open AI development, human intelligence language simulation app. It has no intention, no consciousness, and it has no emotions, which is really good if you're in business, because I find when I was starting off business, being young, red-blooded, you could get into arguments with customers, with suppliers, with whoever, because your communication skills went up to scratch. And what I found with ChatGPT, if you chat to it, it can actually give you a very fair, logical, and honest answer. So it is very good at learning, logical reasoning, problem solving, It can translate into almost any language. I think, Guy, you mentioned something about wanting to know how to go into Italian and Thai. So this is a great app for that kind of thing. It understands comprehension. So you can actually basically type out something very quickly without having to be grammatically correct or comprehensive. And it kind of works it all out for you very quickly and helps you get to your point much faster. The other nice thing, it actually interacts in a conversational way. So let's look at the points one step at a time. How does Chat GPT help a franchisor or business owner and business owner? Let's start. So number one, communication and writing, absolutely vital if you want to build your business. It can draft professional emails in seconds, literally seconds. The important thing about that, just to take forward, is always check the email and try and reiterate it 3 or 4 times to get to get it to the point that's really going to be the most effective. Don't just take the first draft and send it off. It helps with job descriptions. So if you're trying to find new employees, you can give an overview of what you need, and it'll actually put it out point for point in a very professional document that'll help you get the best applicants possible. It also helps you write great sales pitches when you're dealing with customers and you want to really blow them away. You give them an overview of who the customer is, what solution you have for them, and it'll write a beautiful pitch in a very short space of time. So basically, it saves hours and hours of time with a hell of an improved quality on the end product of what you're trying to achieve. Number 2, I'm a franchisor, and I've discovered that Chat GPT has helped me actually improve my systems. It's assisted me with my operations manual. It's made it a lot more sort of accurate to what I'm trying to achieve in my operations manual, because it takes all the broad information that you give it. It understands what industry you're in, and then it defines it in a very clear and easy to read manner. The other thing it does, it creates monthly activity challenges for your franchisee. And I'd actually like to show you an example of this. So just give me a second, because I want to do a new share here. Hold on. Chat GPT. Share. Okay. So I've got Chat GPT open here. This is a free version. So it's not as advanced as I think Andriana was talking about. But I'm going to ask it a very simple question. I'm going to say, oh, by the way, I always start off, I know it's an emotionless app, but I always start off with something really cool, make it feel good about itself and good about humanity, because you never know, they might just take over. And I want them to know that I was actually quite a nice guy and they mustn't take me out. Just kidding. So, good morning, beautiful. Please help me come up with ideas around getting strategies for my franchisees. So this is a very basic question that I'm asking, and I'm putting it in a very sort of bad order, but you'll see how easy this can work it out. Grow their businesses. Okay, let's pop that up and see what it comes back with. So in a very short space of time, I've got 12 really cool ideas to help my franchisees grow their businesses. Isn't that phenomenal? I mean, normally you'd have to hire a whole lot of people to get you to this point. And here it does it in a few seconds. So for people like Guy, I think there was someone else who was wanting to know a little bit about basic Chat GPT stuff. This is how basic you can be and get excellent results. So I hope that helps some of you there, but let's get back to the presentation. there. No, it's there. So, cool. The other thing it does is it acts as an emotionless sounding board. So it keeps all discussions fair and factual. And this is absolutely vital when you're in business. Because like I said earlier, there are times when you're in business where someone hasn't paid you or someone's being unreasonable, and you've got to try and keep everything calm, cool, and collected. So the nice thing about Chat GPT is you can upload the situation to them, and it'll come back with something that is very logical, very practical, and it actually helps you calm down too when you speak to your customer or supplier that you're getting irritated with. So and that helps you build your business. So there's many a business in my time. I've had businesses from the age of 20. I've had over 9 businesses where I've actually personally burnt bridges with other businesses, which has not been great, or other businesses have burnt bridges with me. So this definitely helps you in that level. The other thing it does, it maintains files for each franchisee to track progress and history, which is very cool. Because if you don't have time and you've got an issue with a franchisee, you go to that file and you say, hi, this franchisee is doing this X, Y, Z, or it's doing great at this, and it already has that history. It brings it up quickly and doesn't waste any time. You don't have to ask it too many questions. So for franchise assistance, I highly recommend using Chat GPT on a very regular basis. And the more you use it, the more it'll get to know you. Cool. It's also great for your operations and strategies. It drafts contracts, employment agreements, policies. It assists with brainstorming and refining new business ideas. In fact, sometimes we use it with our team. We pop Chat GPT up and we all chat to it and ask it questions, and it comes out with amazing stuff. Basically what you have on hand here is you've got a tool that can access all the best of the best from around the world, from every top franchisor to every top lawyer, whatever you need, top advertising agency. It gathers all that information in microseconds, and it brings back the best answers for you. It also analyzes current franchise systems and suggests strategic expansion based on that, which I won't go too much into right now because I am a little bit short of time. It's also good for marketing. Adriana, I think you mentioned something earlier. You use it for images, which is great. The other thing it does very well, it does lead generation campaigns for Google ads, social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It does LinkedIn. So it's a really wonderful tool. And there are specific AI apps which are a lot better than ChatGPT for doing that. There's a product called Canva, which is an AI integrated app, which creates a wide range of visual content, including social media graphics, videos, and presentations. There's also other great apps. There's one called Murph, which is a voiceover and music creation app, which you can add to your videos just to give them more impact and to get them noticed on that massive social media marketing platform. So yeah, there's another one called Buffer, which actually schedules, plans, and publishes content across various platforms. So there's a lot of stuff that you can access. And quite frankly, the easiest way to find it is just to ask ChatGPT, what are the best AI apps to help me build my business in marketing, in legal, in whatever it may be, and it'll tell you. So it truly is an all-in-one great tool to help you build. Number 5, real life examples that have helped me personally. It has helped me with quite a few sensitive HR issues within my organization where, where you get a little bit emotional or they get a bit emotional. You present the case on both sides to them, and it's basically like King Solomon. There's no bias towards one or the other. It gives you a very fair, logical answer, which you can use to help dissolve the situation. It's also helped me craft many fair and professional comms with customers, franchisees, staff, and suppliers, which is based on that first point. So basically, it's like having a lawyer, HR, business coach, copywriter. It's an all-in-one tool for everything. And the biggest thing is it's so quick. It just saves hours, days of time where you can be, more functional in a better area to grow your business. So it's helped a lot. And another area that it's helped is with competitor analysis. So if we see there's been a bit of a dip. It's been a bit of a quiet season. I pop onto Chat GPT and I say, listen, what's happening with my competitors? What are they doing at the moment? Where are they? Are they getting a lot more attention than I am? And how do I get there? And it gives you advice. So yeah, truly wonderful. It's helped me a hell of a lot. Right. Time saved, 100%. It's saved countless hours of endless emails that would have happened before. This has fixed this problem in like a couple of seconds. It's improved the quality of the communication as well. So in other words, if like myself, I'm not a great school person, academic guy, it takes me quite a long time to write a decent email. In fact, I think when emails first came out, it would take me like an hour to write a decent email. Now it's like 2 seconds. It's also got better decisions through AI brainstorming. It's scalability. So you can deal with probably 20 to 30 different situations in the space of an hour, whereas before would have taken you like a whole week. And it gives very good access to high-level insights on how to build your business. So personally, I've been using it over the last 2 years, and specifically more this year as it's improved, because there has been new versions that have got better and better. And I just find that it just gives me a lot more free time to work on my business and not trying to run the whole show. Besides, obviously, having a great team with you. Tips for getting started. I think, Guy, this is going to be primarily aimed at you. The best way is just to start. Just open up Chat GPT, like I just showed you, and ask it a question. Ask it whatever you want. And it'll give you as best a possible answer that anyone else could give you in a professional sphere. So start the process. More importantly, though, whatever you do, whatever answer you do get from Chat GPT, treat it as a partner, not the boss. So you are the boss. You've got to make sure that you pass everything that it gives back to you. You've got to reiterate it a few times, and you're going to make sure that it's in line with your value system and what you're trying to achieve. Review everything. Use your judgment. Chat GPT also improves with regular use. So the more you use it, the more it gets to know you, the more in line it's going to be with your personality. So in other words, if you're going to write an email to someone and you say, listen, it's got to be quite formal, but there's got to be a bit of fun involved, and I want it to be warm-hearted, and you write it up and you read it and you say, well, it's very good, but it doesn't sound like it's coming from me. Then you can actually say to it, make it sound like it's coming from me. Triz nuts, it pops out an email that sounds just like you, but with all of those things that you wanted. And then obviously just be very careful of plagiarism. Cool. Here's some food for thought. I asked ChatGPT what it's going to look like 5 years from now. So it said, in 5 years, I envision myself as a more advanced, integrated, and proactive AI assistant, capable of not just responding to your questions, but actively assisting with tasks, adapting to your preferences, and interacting across various platforms and devices, deeply embedded in daily life in various industries. How powerful is that? So, you know, if we do use this tool effectively and we do use it for the right reasons, I think we're going to have a better world 5 years from now. That's my personal opinion. Here's another interesting fact. You all know Google was the top search engine in the world. Well, still is, but it's declining because ChatGPT, if you look on this graph here, is at number 5. 2 months ago, it was at number 15. It is accelerating at a rapid rate, 13%. All other search engines are declining. And that's because, especially youngsters, the millennials, and well, I don't know what a youngster is anymore, but anyway, they tend to go to ChatGPT for everything. They don't even bother with Google or YouTube or whatever. They just go straight to the point because ChatGPT gets an accumulative answer from all of those search engines in milliseconds. So it's the obvious choice for a good search engine. So that's something to take note of. All right, so now down to some interesting facts that I think we need to be cognizant of going forward when we are using ChatGPT and any other AI tools. So data centers around the world, they use about 340 terawatt hours of electricity per year, which is more than South Africa will ever produce, I think, because of all of our load shedding. But it's enough to run Japan. It's a hell of a lot of electricity. And Chat GPT uses about 10% of that, but it's growing at a rapid rate and is probably going to be using up to 50, 60% of that in a very short space of time. Now, as we all know, to create electricity, there's a lot of pollution that comes out of that. So what I'd like you all just to be aware of is that try and use your brain before you ask ChatGPT anything. Work out yourself what it is that you really need from it. Because I found some people, they'll go into ChatGPT and have a day-long conversation about something, or they send back and forth 30, 40 questions, and it's just burning up electricity in the servers. So please use that powerful creative brain of yours, because it loves to be challenged, and it's going to help the planet ultimately, because we're not going to be burning so much fuel to run the servers. Thank you. So they say AI won't take your job, but someone using it might. So use it wisely and use it for the right cause. And all I have to say is, on that note, is I'll be back. And thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And I hope it's helped some of you. I know some of you are far more advanced than me, but hopefully that's given some of you some insight and some tools to go forward and help you build.